And how was that transition over to York now playing for Coach St. John?
It was actually, you know what? It was actually easier than Stony Brook because I like to play fast. Like if you watch me coach, like I'm pressing, I'm trapping, and we're running. That's how I wanted to play, and that's how York played. So York's style, while we were back home, York's style was more conducive for my game than Stony Brook.
Gotcha.
I mean, we pressed all game, every game. We trapped the whole game, every game. Like, you know, and we were trying to score within the first 10 to 12 seconds of the shot clock.
Good Lord. So was Coach letting you rock out from your first moment there?
Yes and no. So they had a point guard, Nathan Reeves, one of my closest friends to this day. And they were coming off an NCAA bid the year before. So he was there. I actually was the sixth man, which I was cool with because I played starters minutes. Let me not say I was cool with it. You know, every kid wants to start. But I was playing. And my dad actually got mad at Saint because when I transferred there, I was putting out, like, I put in work. Like, and if it was a level playing field, then you would say I should have been starting, which, I mean, whatever. My dad had that conversation. Didn't start, but played a lot. We were nationally ranked. We traveled. I had fun, man. I met a lot of lifelong friends there. Derek Dalton, Nate Reeves, you know, all those guys.
Beautiful.
We went to the NCAA tournament. I think we won CUNY. We went to the CUNY championship every year. I was at York. Lost my sophomore year, won my junior year, and then lost to Hunter College, who had at that time George Brown transferred there, Troy Battle transferred there. So Hunter had actually had like 3 or 4 kids that played Division I basketball transfer to Hunter.
And did y'all go, how many years? I know you played 3 years at York. How many years of those 3 did you go to the tournament?
2 out of the 3, and then my last year we should have went to the tournament. I don't know how we didn't. And we went to the ECAC tournament, which is like the equivalent of NIT. And we won the championship in the ECAC.
Nice. How was that feeling like and whatnot? I mean,
Yo, Gooch, you killing me with these memories, man. You bringing, so it's bittersweet, really bittersweet, right? So we were down 14 in the championship game. I scored 17 in a row.
Okay, Bill.
Like I literally scored 17 in a row. Like nobody else. Like I literally went on a 17-0 run by myself, and I laid the big fella. They had this big kid. I don't remember how big. I laid the big fella. You know, me being me, and I'm talking hot to him. Like I'm talking hot. Like I'm on a roll. I'm talking hot to him, and then next play came down in transition. Beat their point guard again, and I looked. And I seen him barreling down and kill me. Like, he was going to lay me out, flagrant foul, New York Knicks. Like, So I jump stopped. And when I jump stopped, my knee went. And that's when I tore my ACL.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Ooh, sorry about that one.
I tell my college coach all the time, I'm like, Coach, I ain't going to hold you. You be one championship left if I get my ACL.
So how y'all ended up pulling that through? Because you the hot man. So who pulled it through now the rest of the way for y'all to at least? We actually won. We actually won. Our 6'9" kid Johnny Nicholson finished off the game for us. So. Got you, man. So now wrapping it up. Now you wrap up your college tenure. What direction are you thinking about taking your life in now?
So. When you talk about my childhood influences and guys in the community, Chuck Vance, you know, Crazy Chucky. He was really active in Econo Park. He still is. He was active in St. Pascal / PAL Foster Laurie Center. Chuck came to my house first to check on me, make sure I was okay. Then it was phone call after phone call, visit after visit. Come coach this team. I'm like, I'm not coaching. I'm like, I've never thought about coaching. I don't have no desire to coach. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do with this leg to get back.
So the proposition was made to you like right out of college, or
I was
still in college.
I was still in college, but I had just had my surgery. So Chuck just kept coming to me. You're gonna coach. You're gonna coach. You're gonna coach. He's like, I've seen it since you was a kid. You're gonna coach. You're gonna coach. I said, Chuck, I don't want to coach. I don't want to coach somebody. I'm still a kid myself. I'm 22 years old.
Right.
23 maybe. But I'm like, I don't want to coach. But Chuck was relentless. So I couldn't play. I mean, at that time, ACL recovery was 11 months before you could even walk or run. These kids returning now in 4 or 5 months. So I'm like, all right, I love the game. So I'm like, you know what? I can't play. Let me give back. And I had I've been blessed, honestly. Like, the team that Chucky gave me was talented, man. Talented. All kids from my neighborhood. Talented. I had Dwayne Doob Johnson, who played at Cardoza, started for 4 years. Was on their team that lost to Sebastian Telfair in the Garden that senior year. Victor Morris was his backcourt partner, who's the all-time leading scorer at Cardoza. John Forbes, who went to Cardoza. Like,
this is your first team.
This is my first team.
Yeah.
Dave Anderson, who played at Jamaica High School and led them in scoring as a senior. Carlos, I think Carlos' last name. He went to at that time, Andrew Jackson had changed the name to Campus Magnet.
Yeah. How old are these crop of kids?
8th grade.
Okay.
So 8th grade.
8th grade squad.
8th grade. At that time, Vic was actually in 7th grade playing up. But we traveling around CYO and we're slapping everybody. I'm talking about, like, it's not even close.
Yeah.
So all I did was take what I watching basketball, take how we played at York. I'm like, okay, we're gonna do this here.
Yeah.
So now I'm having fun. I'm like, all right, I can deal with this winning. This is cool. I got talent. We slapping people. So then Chuck was coaching with Gary Charles at the Panthers as well. So he's like, you want to take them on the road? On the road? Like, what's the road? Like, I wasn't familiar with it. Like, right. You know what I mean? I wasn't even thinking about coaching it. He's like, this is what you got to do. So we went under the name Bi-State Pythons. Chuck had a 501c. We were under that name. He's like, take these kids on the road, show Gary Charles what they can do and what you can do as a coach. That way, at some point in time, he's going to want to come calling, because the Panthers practiced out of St. Pascal / our PAL center.
Got you.
So we would practice before. Chuck always made sure we practiced before them so he could see what I was doing as a coach. And see what kind of talent we had. And like I said, we were slapping everybody. We were going on the road. The only team we couldn't beat, and I tell you no lie, they from 8th grade, 9th grade, to 10th grade was that Gaucho team that had Yada, Russ, and Ronald Ramon. Man, well, I think who was the coach? Mark was the coach at that time. I had many sleepless nights. I'm a sore loser.
Yeah. And
I'm like, how do we beat these guys? Like, we were literally beating everybody else, but that was our one team we couldn't beat. And then, as we progressed, I started picking up more players. I got Kaheem Seawright from Uniondale, who 6'7" forward, went to Rhode Island. Added Antonio Pena, played at Lincoln, went to Villanova.
Yep.
Got Danny Green. So now I'm like, yeah, let's get this. So we finally beat them. And at that time, AAU Nationals was huge.
Yeah.
So we finally beat them in the Metropolitan Championship at Island Garden. And then from there, I mean, the rest is history. I'm here where I am now.
Yeah, absolutely.